wear peace and harmony. So what did we do? Any shrubs that fell on the ground, we'd make a skirt if we wanted to. And what did we do? Any let's say, pieces of limbs that fell on the ground, we'll take that and other things, we'll make a home out of it. If we were in the middle of the desert, no, we'll take up the limestone or the granite or the sand and build pyramids and palaces. Because we won't disturb nature, we were coherent with it. That's our nature. That's our nature. Even today, you still say we was at peace and harmony with all things, and we're like that today. In many phases, even after colonialism and slavery and bondage and all of those things, you go into Africa or indeed this land where we're at, and you'll see us sleeping, lying over here, or this particular type of thing over there, and we have a rapport. Even after falling so low that we won't have to eat the lion, we still have a rapport with the lion. We have a rapport with the birds, have a rapport with the water, with the air, with the land, with the sea, with the flies, with the bugs, with everything. We're at peace. We walk amongst them and it's all okay. But when the cracker comes, the lion is running, the hyena's running, the giraffe is running, everything's running when the cracker comes because they are the #1 destroyer of harmony and peace. Polluting the very air that we have to breathe and that they have to breathe too. Polluting the very water that we have to drink and that they have to drink too. Polluting the very societies and civilizations and how we communicate with one another. Establishing slavery, colonialism, and capitalism and white supremacy all over the earth. This is what we have been facing for centuries, for thousands of years. So don't let no cracker come and tell you on September 11, 2001, we experienced terrorism and we're going to make this, forever thing. That's what the crackers were saying. It was the Grinch who said that. First they said terrorism was the fight was going to be 10 years. Then they said 20 years. He said after that, that the fight will be a lifetime, he said. He said it was never going to stop. And that he needed more power and that he was exempt from everything, he said, because he only answers. So he don't answer to the Freedom of Information Act, that he only answers to the president, he said, which sounds just like Adolf Hitler and that crackers thing as well. Nazis and all type of dynamics. But so then we get into this particular dynamic of 9/11 and all of that. Who was behind it? We'll touch upon that when we move a little bit past this slavery thing. So I wanna actually simmer on this. So we go into where the Moors went into Europe. Check this out. After all of they've done by decimating Africa and Asia, we are people who are created with a tender and sensitive heart. We're naive by nature, and we're forgiven by nature. That's all indigenous people. That's all black people. That's all brown people. We by nature are tender and sensitive people. From a spiritual dynamic speaking, by being God's chosen people. So here we are. After we've been destroyed and attacked by this white supremacist terrorism, colonialism and imperialism, which is the weapons of white supremacy. Imperialism and colonialism didn't create crackers. Crackers created imperialism and colonialism and all the other isms and schisms that we face on a daily, nightly, and consistent basis. So we deal with this dynamic. So we're the same people whom you could put us on slave ships, beat us down to the spinal column, blood gushing out of our back, beat us until we're limp and paralyzed or almost dead on the ground, rape our mothers, rape our sisters, rape our wives, and even rape us as men. And we'll get right back up and say, will you hold hands with us? Will you sing with us? Will you pray with us? We're the same people that you could, 1963 Kelly Ingram Park in Alabama, close by the 16th Street Baptist Church. We're the same people whom you could actually take cannons, as they call them, cannons, meaning it wasn't a hose. We need to get that correct. It wasn't a hose, but a cannon that these cracker firemen actually trained with. They has to put out fires and serious fires at that. We talk about one of the most powerful forms in nature, which is water. We know what tsunamis do. So imagine a hole with that almost similar kind of pressure. So powerful that it can rip the bark off a tree, and if you keep it long enough, it can tear the whole damn tree down. It tears limbs off a tree by one spray. By one actual spray of the water, it takes limbs off a tree. So they took these cannons and actually sprayed them at our babies, breaking arms, giving our children actual whiplash, and it was so powerful. According to some of what went down, some of our children, it ripped the hair out of their heads when the water sprayed across their head, spraying them all over the damn ground, and they didn't stop at that. These no good bastards, these no good dogs, these no good beasts, then as two-legged dogs, sending four-legged dogs in, and they bit our babies, our little girls, black men and black women as well, and our elders and the grooms, bit the breast off of black women and black little girls, bit us in the throats, bit off our fingers. And even after that, Jimmy Lee Jackson standing up and basically in a position just for our freedom, liberation, and salvation as he understood it. And then trying to protect his grandfather, who was 90 years old at the time, Peggy Jackson, as the sheriffs went inside the cafe there and started beating all the people who were in there, eating black folks in there eating at that time there in Alabama, and tried to beat Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother, and he covered them. This cracker shot Jimmy Lee Jackson in the stomach, and then he died days later. This is what sparked the actual march that took place during the Civil Rights era, which led into, the crackers didn't stop there until Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday was because of Jimmy Lee Jackson. And we're the same people. After you've done all that to us, we'll get up to the same person who done it to us and say, will you sing with us? Will you hold hands with us? Will you sing, we shall overcome? That's us. We're the same people that can shoot our sons 41 times, 42 times. Katiata Jalo. As some know it's Diallo, but it's Jalo in the proper context. Katiata Jalo, she said that, you know, two wrongs don't make it right. I pray for the people that killed my son, Amadou Diallo. I pray for them, that I have faith in the American criminal justice system. We're that same people. You can shoot our sons 41, 42 times, like a dog. It doesn't take that much bullets to shoot a goddamn lion or elephant. But when it comes to us, goddamn it, if the cracker kills a dog, he has sympathy for a dog. He will convict you for a dog. The brother, he wasn't even directly involved in the dog incident. But they said that he financed Bad News Kennel, and he got paid for a lifetime of recovery of a certain amount of dogs, and he's responsible by financing for 6 to 8 dogs. Are you serious? Are you serious? Not that I don't love nature, I love nature. But it wasn't us who established dog fighting. These crackers in ancient Rome. Dog fighting, lion fights, and all kinds of stuff. You heard about Daniel and the lion's den. We haven't forgot about that. But when we get into the reality of things, we go back to the kind of people we are. We're the same people that you can beat us 56 times in 81 seconds. To where our jaw is hanging off the face, to where our eyes are rearranged in a socket, to where our limbs are so broken and so limp and our spine is all messed up that we can't even walk. And we'll say, we get rid of it and say, can we all just get along? We're all in this together, ain't we? That's us. So in that same spirit, we went into Europe after they had destroyed Kemet, had actually changed the color on the images on the wall, and they're still doing it today with that no good white terrorist so-called Arab, not a true Arab, but a white invading bastard by the name of Hollis, right there inside of Kemet, going inside the tombs and actually destroying and desecrating the tombs of my ancestors after Kemetic people. Still doing it today, and then saying that the Kemites were not black people, they were not Africans, that they were other than black or African, that they were white and whatever else he wants to call it. That's terrorism. And he doesn't even allow anyone else to go there as archaeologists and Egyptologists. He doesn't allow them unless he's actually over it all. And this cracker has taught all type of madness. So when we get into this whole particular dynamic of this particular type of terrorism that we experienced, we went in there as Moors. After all the damage that was done, they had actually fallen so low that they went back into the cracker cave ages, almost like the Stone Ages, that they called the Dark Ages. And I don't use that term dark because dark is beautiful. Dark